Okay, welcome you all for the meditation session, and nice to see you all today. And last Sunday was the full moon day, which is a very important day in the Buddhist tradition, because the belief is that on that full moon day, the Buddha became enlightened. Buddha became the Buddha. Before that he was not the Buddha, ordinary human being, and he became what we call the Buddha, the awakened one, on that full moon day. So, in some traditions also believe that he was also born on the full moon day of May, and he also passed away on his birthday, on full moon. So all three important events happen on the full moon day. But anyway, that's the day that we celebrate the enlightenment of the Buddha. So I thought that maybe this week we learn a little bit about the Buddha, and then that will help us to understand what we do in meditation. Help it will help our practice. And, so there are Buddha lived after he became enlightened. He became enlightened at the age of 35, quite at a young age, and then he lived until he was 80 years old. So therefore, he had 45 years of his service, his mission, helping people to understand how suffering arises in the human mind, because his whole concern was the suffering, and how people can get rid of it. So he lived for 45 years, established a community of monks and nuns. So he had quite a long life, quite a long career as a spiritual teacher. So they have a lot of teachings for lot of his discourse and his sermons were preserved. So we have quite good collection of his teachings. Today I will share one with you, just to get an idea about what it means to be enlightened in that case. So this incident was happened that one time Buddha was walking on a sandy path, and then he walked, and then he took off from the path, and he sat down under a tree. So usually when a Buddha was walking, and he walked with mindfulness, right? So he will place his foot very evenly on the ground. So because usually when we walk, we have no idea. We only think about the destination, right? And we don't know how we even move our legs and where we keep our legs. So we just mindlessly walking. But the Buddha walked quite mindfully. Therefore, the way he put his foot and everything is very even, very different. So another person who came after the Buddha saw the footprints of the Buddha on the sandy path, and seeing that the nature of the footprint, he really wanted to know who is this person, who is this person who actually walked in that calm and nice manner. So he was following the footprint, and then he saw that someone was sitting under a tree. But then when he saw the way the Buddha was sitting there with his serene, with his calm and quiet conduct, the way he kept his body, his ambience, and everything was kind of impressive to him. So he thought that this should not be an ordinary person. Everything he noticed is out of the ordinary. So he guessed that maybe this should not be a human being. So he asked a question. He went to the Buddha and asked, I have seen your footprint. I can see how you sit here with such confidence, such clarity, such calmness, and such different energy. And are you a divine being? Are you a divine being? Are you a kind of a god or an angel? Are you a divine being? And then Buddha replied, no, I'm not a divine being. And then asked, in that case, are you a semi-divine being? In between, are you a semi-divine being? And then he said, no, I'm not a semi-divine being either. And then he asked, are you yak? Right?
Yeah.
Then he asked, in that case, are you a demon in disguise? And no, I'm not a demon too. So then So those are the categories of beings that he was aware of, divine beings, semi-divine beings, and demons, and then he said, okay, so in that case, are you a human being? Interestingly, in that case, in that occasion, Buddha replied that no, I'm not an ordinary human being either. Then he was confused, and he asked, in that case, who you are? Then Buddha said that I am the Buddha. That means I am awake. I am an awakened one. Then he want to know what do you mean by that. Then Buddha explained that we have all these categories of beings. So different categories of beings have their unique tendencies and dispositions to each category of beings. So my mind has gone beyond. My mind has achieved unconditioned state. That means I have developed my mind, cultivated my mind to go beyond all tendencies, all conditionings, all habitual patterns that is distinctive to each category of beings. Therefore, my mind is so vast, so unconditioned, that you cannot classify that mind to available classes of beings. So, so he explained that how we can develop our mind to the extent that it can go beyond all classification, all categories that we can make. It can be such vast and such unconditioned state. So Buddha said that you can call me the awakened one, the Buddha. And of course, he lived in human form, but his mind is superhuman. It means that even transcended, humanness. And then he gave, in that case, he gave a simile, right, Bhante? Simile,
Yeah.
simile of
We can say the fond of lotus.
lotus, yeah, simile of
society. Yeah.
yeah, I think, yeah. So there he gave that simile of lotus, how so he lived in human form, but so the lotus is a good symbol to understand the like rising above, because he explained that just like a lotus which is rooted in the mud, which actually fed by the muddy water, but lotus can actually come above, rise above the water. Although it is rooted in the mud and surrounded by the water, it can rise above and shine. So Buddha said that my mind is like that. I'm among human beings. I was born to human parents, and I'm carrying this human body, but I have transformed my mind to level that I transcend even limitation of humanness. So that's what we call the Buddha. Actually, Buddha is not his name, right? Right, Bhante? What's the name of the Buddha?
Buddha is Siddhartha, actually Gautama.
Yeah.
Siddhartha Gautama is the name, but after he became the awakened one, he himself introduced Buddha.
Buddha, yeah. Although we call the Buddha, that is not his personal name. That is the state that he achieved, the state of the mind he achieved, like transcending all the limitations and weaknesses. And then he encouraged everyone else to achieve that state. So,
and also we can say the water and how water depend on the leaf of lotus. Normally when we take our dress to the water, it is get wet. But when we put some water on the leaf of lotus,
leaf of the
it is
lotus, and even the
not-
petals of the lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how the Buddha's
So-
mind is working.
So when you put water into the leaves, did you notice that when you were traveling in Sri Lanka? When you put water into the lotus leaves or even the lotus petals, the water does not penetrate into the. It didn't get wet. So there's this particular formation of the surface of the lotus leaves and also the lotus petals. When you put water, the water will like roll like balls, little pebbles it will not get soaked or wet. So he's saying that when someone is enlightened, and that's the way that person lives in the world. He's in the world, but it's not really affected or being soaked by the things happening around us. That kind of means. Yeah. So what we can learn, as ordinary practitioners, is that we all have certain roles, certain identities. We all are classified by someone. We are living in a conventional world and society, so we can be classified as a woman, as a man, as a mother, or as a working. I don't know, depending on our profession. So there can be so many categories that are being imposed on us, and we will also recognize ourselves as those different categories and roles. But what we can learn from the story of the Buddha is that we have this capacity. Although we play a specific role, we have particular identity, but actually those things are quite temporary, and our mind is much 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 bigger than those things that are that we have imposed on us or someone else has imposed on us. So we can still live as a woman. We can live as a certain professional, but our mind is so vast, so capable. Actually, we can transcend uh, all these categories, all these different roles and identities that have been imposed on us. So that's liberating to know that, right? We can we can function as someone as some particular, as someone belonging to certain social class, or in some role, but inside our mind we can actually go beyond that. We don't have to remain as a woman. We don't have to remain as a man. We don't have to remain the whole of our life, even as a mother. We don't have to remain all of our life even as a whatever profession you want to call it. And you don't have to remain always as an, and even like maybe we can have citizenships, right? Yes. So all these identities, all these categories have some use, but our mind is not limited to any of these categories. It's so big, and we don't have to limit ourselves to those categories. Just like Buddha said that he's not a divine being, he's not a semi-divine being, and he's not even a human being. When he reflects his mind, it's so vast, cannot be classified into available boxes. So our mind has that capacity that we don't have to limit ourselves to these, small pigeonholes that is created for us, by the society. We can respect them. We can maybe play our role, play our duty, but our mind can be much much bigger than that. So our meditation practice is to recognize that vastness of our mind, that potential of our mind, that that ability to cultivate these wholesome qualities, and then grow it beyond our beyond our um, ordinary identities and limitations, appearances. Right. Okay, so it is something that we can gradually do, gradually transcend, and so let's do our practice then. Okay, we will start with some movements in our body to help ourselves to create more awareness of our body before we practice. So we can spread our feet a little bit, maybe hip width apart. and try to give equal weight to our 2 feet and find balance in our posture. So with that, just take a moment to feel the weight of your body in your feet. What do you feel in your heels with the weight of the body? You can just notice how the heels are pressed there. And gradually bring that attention to even the front part of the feet and see how much we can feel in the front part. So with this awareness of the feet, and we acknowledge our standing posture, we acknowledge the groundedness in our posture, the balance of our posture. So with that awareness, we will do some subtle movements with our hands, so we can create with more prominent sensations, so we can feel them and bring our mind to the present moment using sensation of the body. So we will move our hands along with our breath. Breathe in, raise your hands to the front. Breathe out, let us spread our hands to the sides. Breathe in, let us bring our hands all the way up. Breathe out, we will gently bring our both hands down, feeling all the sensations. Again, breathe in to the front. Breathe out to the side. Breathe in up. Breathe out, gently bringing the palms down. One more time, breathing into the front. Breathing out to the side. Breathing in up. Breathing out, gently coming down. Let us relax our hands and take a moment to feel the fingers, the palms. What do you feel there now? As a result of that movement, you have more sensations, tingling sensations, pulsations, and feel them all. And use these sensations to be in the body, to anchor our attention in the present moment. Must be in our body. Okay, let us do another movement. This time we will bend our spine to the sides. So this time we raise on one hand. Breathing in, you can raise your right hand. Gradually all the way out. When you breathe out, let's bend our body to the opposite direction. Just to the left. Releasing the air, bending the body. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, bending the body again. Releasing the air, bending. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again. Breathing in, come to the middle. This time when you breathe out, we gently bring our hands down, keeping our attention throughout the arms and feeling all the sensations occurring there. Let's do the other hand, same way, breathing in, raise that hand all the way up. Breathe out, let's bend to the opposite direction. Feel the bend, release the air. And breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, go back again, give a nice bend, feel the stretch. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, go back again. In, come to the middle. Breathe out, gently bring your hand down, paying attention to all the sensations. Now let us take a moment to feel new sensations arising in our body as a result of that movement. Perhaps you have more sensation in your rib area, in your lower back, wherever you have new sensations, a little bit more prominent sensations, just feel them. Closely observe them. Let us be in our body, nowhere else, but right here in our body. With this awareness of the body, we will now slowly move to our chairs. And do it slowly, and even when you are moving, keep paying attention to the changes happening in your legs, and how your legs are moving, how you bend your knees. With full mindfulness, just move and gradually sit down. Adjust your body. Try to keep an upright body. Your upper body is quite upright. But make sure that you don't have any tightness in your shoulders. Although your body is upright, your shoulders are dropped. Keep your chin somewhat parallel with the earth. And we will use the awareness of the body we developed to go into a deeper meditation. We will continue our body awareness. We can now feel where your body is touching. Feel the areas where your body meets the chair. Feel that touch sensations. And feel wherever you feel your clothes. Just simple touch sensation, sometimes warmth you can feel with that. Just maintain that awareness of the body. You can even mentally draw an outline of this body. Exactly how this body is sitting here. We will ring this bell and do a chant to help you to stay in your body, to settle down in your body. So throughout the bell and the chant, keep drawing your attention to your body and stay in your body.
සංසාර සාරෝග විනීතනී සන්නීත සාතං සුචිසාරධීසං සන්ධීරකං සොන්න තනූපලාසං සංලාපදේසින් පනමේ භිසාසං
Continue to feel your body. With this Avanasati body, we can further relax this body. This is a good time to give an opportunity for this body to completely relax. We don't have any concern right now. We are all sitting in a very safe and friendly place. So we can let go of all the concerns and allow this body to loosen up all the muscles and completely rest. We can relax our shoulders. If you wish, you can use your breath to relax your body. We can lengthen our in-breath a little bit. And when you breathe out, you can allow your chest to drop. In another breath, when you breathe out, you can allow your belly to drop to the front. With each out breath, we can keep relaxing all the muscles in the shoulders, in the back area. With every out breath, keep relaxing, releasing, loosening the whole body. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our own mind. Let us take a moment to explore what is in our mind right now. What are the thoughts or memories that are coming to our mind right now? Whatever thoughts that are occurring, memories that are surfacing, we will simply notice them, how they occur one after the other. These random thoughts keep popping up in the mind. This is how our mind is. But right now, let us purposely generate a wholesome state in the mind, a wholesome quality. Instead of these random thoughts, we will purposely, intentionally generate wholesome thought, loving kindness. Loving kindness is an inner capacity we all have. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. Am I willing if everyone is well? Am I willing if everyone is safe, fine, and happy? If it is yes, we have that willingness deep in our heart for everyone to be well, safe, and happy. Let us bring that inner capacity to the surface of our mind. Let us manifest this willingness, this goodwill, this friendliness, this wish of well being. Let us bring it out. Let us gradually navigate our mind to experience one of the most wholesome mental states, loving kindness. We will now gradually guide ourselves to reach that wholesome state. We can keep generating this loving kindness again and again by making more and more wishes of loving kindness. Let us start with our body and mind. We can feel our body. Let us generate and direct that loving kindness to this body that has been helping us to live this life for many, many years. How many times these legs have moved for us? How many times these hands have taken burden for us? How many times this heart has been beating for us? All these organs, systems have been helping us continuously. At this moment, let us direct this loving kindness, this genuine wish of well-being to this whole body. May the skin of this body, the skin that covers the whole body, it even protects us from all germs and infections. May the skin throughout this body be well. Be healthy. Be healed. May the muscles of this body, may all these muscles, may all these tendons, ligaments, and all these tissues throughout the body be well, be healthy, be healed. May all these bones, all these large bones and tiny bones throughout this body, and all these joints be well, be healthy, be healed. May all the organs in this body that are even working for us, helping us even right now, may these lungs, may this whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole digesting system, the whole gut, be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, may these both kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, frontal lobe, the whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, from the top of the head all the way to the tips of the toes, be well, be healthy, be healed. Allow this loving kindness intention to travel throughout body. Allow this loving kindness to heal each part of the body. Let us now expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to everyone else. We will wish the same well-being to all others. May all people who are meditating with us in this room right now, let us wish for one another. May all of us and everyone living in this building right now, let us genuinely wish for all of them. May they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this building to all people living in this whole neighborhood. Let us take a moment to make this genuine wish for all people, no matter who they are. May all people living in this whole surrounding area be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish as wide as we can. Let's expand this wish to all different faraway places, wishing all people living in faraway places. May all people living beyond these immediate places in all other cities, in all other states, in all other regions. Anyone who is going through some pain, anyone who is going through some stress, anyone who is suffering from fear, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish to all people living in all other countries throughout the world. May all people living in this whole continent and even beyond this continent, in all other places. May all people, people who are suffering due to conflicts, people who are suffering due to diseases, people who are suffering due to crisis, may they all, let us take a moment to think about those people and genuinely wish them well-being. May all these people living throughout the world be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish even beyond human beings to all other beings. May all other animals living everywhere, from large animals to tiny animals, may all of them, may all living beings living everywhere, whatever life forms there may be, whatever living beings there may be, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Enjoy this limitless loving kindness, the loving kindness that embraces all beings, genuinely wishing well-being to everyone. Rejoice this unbound loving kindness. Rejoice this open-heartedness. Rejoice this vast loving kindness that embraces all living beings. With this rejoice, let us now gently bring our whole attention to our breath. Keeping this loving, spacious, open heart in the back of the mind. We will now bring a close attention to the flow of the breath happening in our nostrils. Gently notice the entering of the air through the nostrils and the movement of the air inside the nostrils behind the throat to our lungs. Notice how the out breath is coming, how the air is touching again the inner walls of the nostrils, how this air is going away, touching the upper lips. This breath is happening right now, and this is the most precious thing in our life, the most vital function in our body. Let's bring close attention to these sensations. Let us simply rest our mind on this sensation of the breath. Nothing else is happening now. The only movement happening now is the breath. Everything else is silent, serene. The only movement is the breath. Keep bringing your attention to the breath again and again. No matter how many times you have other thoughts or memories, simply notice them as thoughts, 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 and come back to the breath. For the next few minutes, let us stay with our breath, rest with our breath. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Just take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have deep meditation today. Let us deeply feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past, who passed these techniques from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to people in this library who allowed us to practice this meditation here. Let us feel grateful to anyone who helped our meditation and even anything that supported our meditation, including this chair, this bell, and this device that help you to connect to this meditation from home. And with deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today. Let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. It was so nice to have you tonight. Yeah, thank you, and thank you for coming, and thank you everyone who joined us through YouTube. And we look forward to see you again next Tuesday. And if you're interested, there is a big ceremony happening in our Buddhist center next this Sunday. It's the celebration of the birthday of the Buddha, birthday and the Enlightenment Day and the passing away of the Buddha. So it's a 2-hour ceremony from 3 to 5 in Ellison Park. So everyone is welcome. It's open to the public. We will have number of programs. We will bathe the baby Buddha, and we get a chance to bathe the baby Buddha. And we'll also have a meditation, a communal meditation for world peace. We are going to focus on the water bowl, and then everyone will be meditating, and then later we will bring that water into the creek and release that water, wishing our intention to travel throughout the world. And there'll be devotional songs also by children. Yeah. So it will be a wonderful ceremony in the afternoon. So it's from 3 to 5. You are most welcome. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
That was especially good for me tonight. I don't know why. I said that was